this life is over and I have gone away, I'm gonna leave this sweet old world and the troubles and the pain. When I get to heaven, I will not stay, turn myself around again, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, turn myself around again, fall down as the rain. When I finally reach the ground, soak into the salt, turn myself around again, my past golden rod, my past golden rod, my past golden rod, turn myself around again, my past golden rod. And when I turn dry and brown, lay me down to rest, turn myself around again, part of an eagle's nest, part of an eagle's nest, part of an eagle's nest, turn myself around again, part of an eagle's nest. When that eagle learns to fly, I flutter from that tree, turn myself around again, part of the mystery, part of the mystery, part of the mystery, turn myself around again, part of the mystery. When this life is over and I have gone away, I'm gonna leave this sweet old world and the troubles and the pain. When I get to heaven, oh, I will not stay, turn myself around again, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, turn myself around again, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, turn myself around again, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain.
Good morning. My name is Patsy Wood, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. We are glad you are here with us this morning at First Unitarian of Oakland. We give a special welcome to families today. On the first Sundays of the month, we have a modified 20-minute family-friendly opening to our service. We are committed to becoming a community where everyone is welcome and differences are celebrated. You, children, youth, and adults are welcome here. If you are new here, we invite you to fill out a Newcomer Connect card online. This is what it looks like. You can use the QR code on the card in the seat backs in front of you, or link on our website, or if you prefer, you can go to the greeters table in the front here at our welcome table or at Wente Hall to leave us your contact information. Doing this helps us to help you explore what our community offers and to find ways to help you participate. And if you want to learn more about us, Emily Stoper. Emily? There's Emily. Hey, yes, Emily. We'll be doing a 10-minute orientation for newcomers at the end of today's service. Look for Emily down in front of the pulpit to answer your questions. Welcome, everyone.
Love is the spirit of this church, and service its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Together. Let us invite you to join in Stand and Body Your Spirit. And some of the kids have been practicing this song, so come on up. We've been working on this a little if you want to. Kids, come on up. Here. This is a jumpy one. And I'm going to invite someone else up to come up and do the signs with the chalice lighting signs as well. Do you remember the words?
No.
Okay, do the signs. Okay. We light this chalice, symbol of Unitarian Universalism. May it remind us of the divine spark in all of creation, the power of love, to heal what is broken and be grateful for life's blessings each day. Thank you. You can move to this one. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
The holiday, The holiday Kwanzaa reflects the best of African thought and practice in its reaffirmation of the dignity of the human person in community and culture, the well-being of family and community, the integrity of the environment and our kinship with it, and the rich resource and meaning of a people's culture.
And together we say, Black Lives Matter. And we'll also light our peace candle, and then we're going to have a little music to go response. Domingo. Okay, so kids, I'm going to invite you to come up right up here. Everybody, all the kids, come on up.
Oh, my shoes untied. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
We've been working on this as a congregation. We got a little snap, clap, clap, and today we're going to add a little drums by Domingo. So we'll get our snap claps. You got the snap clap? Remember the snap clap? We'll learn it. It's pretty easy. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. One more time. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. And together we will say, peace is possible. Land acknowledgement. So you guys can just go have a seat right where you are, because there's going to be a story in a minute. You just can sit right here, hang out. What? So a land acknowledgement, you guys have heard this before, but I'm just going to go through this again and try to describe it in the words of figuring out how to put it in the words of a child. So the land that we are on, that this building is on, used to be the home of the Ohlone people in the Bay Area. And basically, that land was stolen from them many years ago, hundreds of years ago. And although we aren't responsible for that theft, we are acknowledging that and understand that we have some responsibility, and there is, in that case, a way to do a shumi tax to pay a little something back as rent. And so that is why we also do this shumi tax. Next slide. So you can type that in, or you can look up segoratelandtrust.org. And I think now is time for all ages. No, we're singing. We are. So the choir. Everyone. Oh, everyone, you're invited to join in. Look at the words on the slide. Here we are. Yes, Laila cannot be with us this morning, so I'm gonna do a little remembering of Bev. I knew Bev for about 20 years, and kids, to let you know, Bev was like a grandmother to anybody and everybody in the later part of her life. You may have seen her. She'd come in, and she would give a hug to anybody who was wanting to be hugged. And I also learned that she used to have a motorcycle. She and her family had motorcycles. I'm just trying to picture that. She also did a lot of work, I believe, helping Unitarian Universalists across the globe get connected with each other. Transylvania, specifically, I think a lot of. And she really believed in love as a primary motivation in life, and she lived it out. So later in the service, the adults are going to be lighting candles, but you get a chance, Julian and Otto, if you see that technique, right? If you have somebody or a person or a pet that died this year, we're going to do this remembrance service. And it's only been 2 days. Well, last year, so 2024. But, so you're invited to take a candle that's not lit, light it, and then put it in the sand and think about that person and send them love, even though they're not on the planet anymore. Because what we send out will come back to you. So if you have a candle you would like to light, now is the time to do that. And I recommend for everybody, to light this candle and then put it fairly close to the center because other people are coming after us. This is for my Aunt Sandy.
Who's it for, babe? Bella. Who's Bella?
My dog. My great-grandma Anne.
This is for Haiti Randall, my Oma, or my grandma.
My sister's mom had a cat and his name was Lollipop and he died.
This is for Aunt Beth's dog, Dot.
My cat died. My Grandpa Rob.
Let's smell. Do for him. It's okay. remembering Bev and all the thoughts and feelings for the children and their families. Now we get to hear a wonderful blessing song led by Reverend Laurel. We'll have the children being sung out as well.
It's a blessing you were born. It's a blessing you were born. And it matters what you do. And it matters what you do. What you know about God. What you know about God is a piece of the truth. Is a piece of the truth. Let the beauty you love. Let the beauty you love be what you do. Be what you do. And you don't have to do it alone. And you don't have to do it alone. It's a blessing we were born. It's a blessing you were born. And it matters what we do. And it matters what we do. What we know about God. What we know about God is a piece of the truth. Is a piece of the truth. And the beauty we love. And the beauty we love. Be what we do. Be what we do. And we don't have to do it alone. And we don't have to do it alone. No, we don't have to do it alone. Chop, chop, chop. And so now we will greet each other. So go ahead and you can mingle or just stay in your seat and say hello and Happy New Year to people. And then when you hear Renee start playing the piano, please come back to your seats. Start coming back. Please come back and be seated. More visiting after coffee hour. Thank you, everyone.
This is a poem by Amanda Gorman, who I'm sure you will remember that she illuminated the inaugural stage just 4 years ago. She continues to write amazing poetry. New Day's Lyric by Amanda Gorman. May this be the day we come together. Mourning, we come to mend. Withered, we come to weather. Torn, we come to tend. Battered, we come to better. Tethered by this year of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it.
This is the day we come together. To learn, to yearn, to mourn, to celebrate. We come here to care for one another and for ourselves with tenderness and an understanding. Together we embrace the joys and sorrows in the wondering, wandering, curious, courageous lives we lead, each of us waking up each day, doing the best we can. When the bell sounds, you're welcome to speak out loud or notice quietly what's in your heart this morning. And the reason I've been fooling with my phone is that we have, I think, 17 people. Hello, would you like to turn around and greet our folks who are here virtually? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. And we do want to include you in the embracing meditation. So I'll ring the bell and speak out loud, those of you who are here. And for those of you who are here on Zoom, if you want to put something in the chat, then I will read it out loud. An embracing meditation. Helen is remembering our family member, Wayne Harding. Judith Hunt wishes Happy New Year to all of us. For all that's been spoken out loud and for all that remains in the silent sanctuaries of our hearts, let us say together, we hold them in our care. And now I would like to ask you to maybe be aware of your breathing, be aware of where we are and what all these walls hold, all that has happened in here, those who have gone before us, those who will come after us. And let's just have together a moment of silence.
We need one another when we mourn and would be comforted.
We need one another when we are in trouble and afraid. We need one another when we are in despair, in temptation, and need to be recalled to our best selves again. We need one another
when we would accomplish some great purpose and cannot do it alone. We need one another in the hour of success, when we look for someone to share our triumphs.
We need one another in the hour of defeat, when with encouragement we might endure and stand again. We need one another when we come to die, and would have gentle hands prepare us for the journey. All our lives we are in need, and others are in need of us. We're pausing this morning at the beginning of a new year, taking this time to look back at those who have died in the past year. Because we're human, I think all of us have had losses this past year. I know that I have. Some of them relatively small, but others are actually hard to bear. And I think that this is true of you all as well. You've had some losses that are small, and perhaps some others that are hard to bear. Loss of a mother, a father, loss of a spouse, loss of a pet, a sibling, a friend, loss of a job, loss of an election, loss of faith. And so our tradition here at this congregation is a beautiful one, which is that we take time to both celebrate the lives of those who we have lost, but also to honor and remember them by lighting a candle and placing it, as the children did, in our sand tray here. So I'm going to ask each of you, everyone here is invited to participate in our Tolling of the Bells candlelight ritual. And so you'll line up on the outside aisles and then come on down, and you can take one of these candles, and as Jeff instructed, those of you who are here first, let's start at the middle, and then we'll grow outwards. And you are then welcome to speak the name or names of those who you are remembering. So let's go ahead and begin.
Pam Hopper, Chris Pendergrass.
And Renee is going to ring a bell after each person speaks.
My godmother, Kit Edwards.
Jan or Isaacs.
Tom Forty, who was my second father.
Kieran Rana.
Lynn Rotici, Soren, Jack, and Krista.
Phoebe Audrey Watts, my mother.
Corey Hitchcock, Jack Hurth, and Quincy Jones.
So many people in the Middle East and Ukraine.
Steve Soberman, a Buddhist Jew whose service was held at UU in San Francisco.
My dear friend, Mary Bruns.
Gunther and Benny.
Jan.
David Freeman and the end of the family farm.
My friend Randy and my cat Blue.
Lance and Dylan.
Kathy Cade and Juan Enrique Morales Molina.
My mother, Nella.
My friend Daphne. A friend from over 50 years, Lance.
My grandmother, Fleda Compton.
My Leica brother, Terry, friends, Barbara, Florence, and Sandra, and my dog, Joyo.
Bev, Michael, Jan, Jimmy, and Shady.
I can't think of who I know who died this year.
My Lola Purificación Ibanez Manliguez, my grandmother.
Kieran Rana and Susan Goldstein.
Diane Delano and President Carter.
Maria Dolores, as her older sister called her.
Dolores and Bev Smrha and Kieran Rana and Kathy Key.
Daphne Parson and Bob Brower.
My younger brother that I lost to cancer during the pandemic, and this is the first opportunity I've had to remember him.
So many good people, including Chuck Wells, UU pioneer from Chilcotin, Oregon.
Democratic activist, mentor, and timpanist Leonard Sperry, and my mother, Rose Asako Onita.
All the innocent lives lost to war.
Our family friend David Borick, who's my mother's godson.
Betty Bobo Sidon.
To those lost in the weather events around the world.
Jan Eller Isaacs.
Ann Davidson and Kristen Steinmanoff.
And those of you who are on Zoom, I'm hoping that you might have a candle that you have lit. I will, as Linda Propert Sanford asks, light candles for her friends Leslie Wellbaum and Russ Bruno. Anyone else on Zoom? Let's just take a moment to look at the flickering candles that represent the great circle of life that we are all in. We honor and celebrate those who have gone before us. And as the living, one of our sacred tasks is to remember them. And so please join us in another responsive reading. Or we could have a musical interlude. sending them and you light to heal you and to hold you. So now let's read together. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we remember them.
In the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them.
In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them.
In the beginning of the year and when it ends,
we remember them.
When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them.
When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now part of us as we remember them. Thank you.
Now it's time for our community announcements. Happy New Year. This first Sunday of 2025 is off to an energizing and grounded start. The first Sunday Poetry Circle met upstairs at 9:30 a.m. and shared reflections on the theme of remembrance. Our families held their monthly breakfast potluck, and our RE director, Jeff, shared exciting plans for 2025. We have many ministries and programs that regularly meet, and there will be opportunities to meet new people, new friends this year. For more info on the Poetry Circle, please connect with Ron. Are you here, Ron? And to learn more about our upcoming Children, Youth, Family program, please connect with Jeff. As many of you know, Bev Smrha, who was the beloved lay leader here at First Unitarian that Jeff spoke of with the kids earlier in the service, passed away last November. Her celebration of life and memorial service will be held here next Saturday, January 11th at 1:20, and also live streamed for those zooming in. The link can be found on our church website and on our online newsletter. There's a request for volunteers to help the reception that will follow the service. Please email the church office at uuoakland.org to sign up. We will be remembering Bev and other loved ones throughout today's tolling of the bells service. It is good to be in community, especially today. Lastly, for those who are visiting this church for the first time today, or if you're back after some time away, we are grateful you're here. We invite you to join us again next Sunday. Reverend Laurel and Worship Associate Sarah will lead our time in the exploration of embodying a practice of hopeful expectation. As many of our communities prepare for increased uncertainty in the coming year, we here at UU Oakland have the opportunity to recommit ourselves to the practice of radical love, collective justice, and hope. We hope to see you next week. And now is the time in our service when we consider how much this church means to us and how much we can give back to our church community. If this is your first time here, please let the baskets pass you by. Your presence is your gift this morning. Let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this place which is sacred to so many of us. Ours is a community of memory and hope, of spiritual practice and healing music. Will the ushers please come forward? Please join us in the words written on the screen.
Which is we, in capacity of love, we call all unity. We dedicate ourselves and these our offerings. We have a special song as our closing hymn. Fall down as the rain, so why don't you go ahead and rise as your body or spirit, and you'll catch on to the chorus, and our music director, Susan Kiter, will lead us into Fall Down as the Rain.
This life is over and I have gone away, gonna leave this sweet old world and the troubles and the pain. When I get to heaven, I will not stay. I'll turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. Fall down as the rain. Fall down as the rain. Turn myself around again. Fall down as the rain. When I finally reach the ground and soak into the sod, turn myself around again. Come up as goldenrod. Come up as goldenrod. Come up as goldenrod. Turn myself around again. Come up as goldenrod. And when I turn dry and brown, lay me down to rest, and turn myself around again as part of an eagle's
You can remain standing for the extinguishing the chalice and the benediction.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Let's gaze once again at the candles that are melting into the sand. It's really hard to believe the gift of being alive right now and the fact that someday it will be otherwise. And so let me just send out my warmest blessings and love for this coming year as we once again will be frolicking together in the fields of mystery. And thank you for going along with this new flow of coming in the door there. And part of the reason is so that the worship associate or whoever is leading the service will be able to greet you as you come in and then bless you as you go out.